I would like to thank the organizers for providing an opportunity for me to present a brief update on INAP. My name is Gilles Tremblay, and I am the Technical Manager for INAP. I have included my contact details at the end of the presentation should you wish to receive additional information on INAP and any of our activities. INAP is an organization of international mining companies that seek the prevention of acid and metalliferous drainage in support of responsible mineral development. We have several activities that we do for that, including promoting, facilitating international AMD networking and research collaboration. We're a forum for mining company interaction and collaboration. We perform research projects that apply in terms of a global scale. We promote industry-leading practice for information technology transfer. We help out with various conferences and workshops, and also we support our regional AMD organizations. INAP is composed of leading international mining companies, as per the list that's shown here. Our global alliance, we also partner with the various global research organizations, and we refer to that as the Global Alliance. That includes, amongst others, MEND in Canada, the Acid Drainage Technology Initiative in the United States, as well as SINAP, a group out of South America, as well as SMI, the Sustainable Mineral Institute, are located in Australia. A few words on our efforts to address the AMD challenge. Recently, we refreshed our strategic plan in September of 2019. We also reworked our mission statement that you can see here in the puzzle, in the center of the puzzle. We've identified through a survey of our member companies 18 future work programs, and we classified those in 4 main themes: engagement, capacity building, fostering leading practice, and continuous improvements. And we are now looking at updating this strategic plan this year in late 2021. In terms of capacity building, we have developed certainly some guidance documents. You're very familiar with the GUARD Guide, and we are now doing updates to the GUARD Guide. Another is the Global Cover System Design Technical Document. Both of these, of course, available on the INAP website. In fostering leading practice, source control was identified as key. And we have developed a multi-phase project on waste rock placement strategies for source control. Phase 1 looked at 6 categories of improved mine rock stockpiles: decreasing tip height, engineering layers, base up, layered compact encapsulation, oxygen consuming materials, and sulfide passivation. This report for phase 1 is now available from the website. And currently we are working with both the consultants to develop a phase 2, which would be looking at applying one of these, or certainly looking at possibilities on how the source control strategies, could be applied. Our 2021 work program involves quite a few studies. One, the Chapter 7 treatment for the GUARD Guide is now complete and is available from the website. We are working on a new chapter on mine closure and sustainability, which we hope to have available early in the new year. And this year, we're planning an update to Chapter 6. And that should be out shortly in terms of a request for proposal. Phase 2 of the source control project, as mentioned, we've been involved with both ICARD, certainly this one, as well as helping out with ICARD 2022. We have a project looking at the geochemical degradation of tailings and fills. Our AMD Leading Practice Awards will be awarded at this time at ICARD 2022 next year. We have a pit lake database that's available to members at this time, but should be available to others as we develop this database. We're also involved with various consortiums, including the CRC Time Consortium in Australia, and we certainly support and are partners in the NSERC TerraNet here in Canada. A key area is information exchange. We have now developed a INAP practice shares, which are webinars, which I'll speak about in a second. We have our website, which has recently been updated, newsletters, which are sent out periodically. We're part of LinkedIn, so please join us. Information is placed on LinkedIn updates. And we mentioned about the iCards, and we're very much involved with the Global Alliance member workshops. The MEND annual workshop here in Canada, which is late November, early December. In Australia, the AMD workshop. And there's a couple of conferences that are coming up in the next year or so, which I'll mention a bit later. I talked about the INAP webinar series. Well, we're working with Mine Waste Management of Perth and Christchurch in New Zealand on developing these webinars. We've had 4 webinars to date. 2 have been public and 2 are closed. And I'd like to mention as well that these public webinars, the recordings are available on the website. And we've had an excellent response to the webinar series. Now we've created an extension and approved for 6 additional public training webinars aimed at addressing an identified deficiency in training options for early career AMD management practitioners. The framework for this will include guard guide chapters, overviews, and case studies. Our proposed schedule right now is for the first one to be held around October 2021 on closure planner and AMD management. And this would be presented by BHP. And you see the listing here, and the plan is to have quarterly, and these will be open to the public. So please keep an eye on for either through our LinkedIn page or announcements, but certainly would encourage you to attend some of these webinars if time permitting. A reminder that the 12th iCard is planned for September 2022. Now, this will now be a virtual event based on our current world situation, unfortunately. The conference theme is proactive measures and lasting outcomes. And what I really want to mention here are the key dates for iCard 2022, where abstracts and short word proposals are due, or the deadline date being 19 November 2021. Certainly ask you to visit the iCard website, iCard 2022, and any information, questions that you may have, please send a note to the group and they will certainly get back to you. Again, we will hear more about the iCard 2022 during the closing session from Mansour, from SMI. And so again, please note that yes, the 12th iCard is planned for next September, dates of 18th to the 22nd. I'd like to say a few words now on the Global Alliance partners. And I'll start with MEND here in Canada. MEND has over 200 reports available on the website. They produce quite a few guidance documents, including one which is the prediction manual, which many of you I'm sure have heard about. We have the MEND manual as well. They've been involved with various workshops, over 40, and hosting 3 iCard conferences in the past. Last one being in 2012 here in Ottawa. One of the key deliverables is certainly the BC MEND AMD ARD workshop, of which the 28th will be in 2021. And for that, this website that I'm showing here, all the proceedings, all the presentations from past workshops are available at this particular site. An excellent source of information. There are periodic announcements that are done through the MEND e-network, and I thank MEND because INAP uses the MEND e-network to send out our newsletter as well as sending out to others, but certainly an excellent source for us to be able to tap into. And I encourage you to visit the MEND website. Certainly work does continue in MEND. And so again, quite a lot of resources that are available from that particular. In Australia, the Sustainable Mineral Institute of the University of Queensland is our partner. They host the Australian workshop on acid metalliferous drainage every 2 to 3 years. The last one has just been held in June, and they have a mailing list that they use to send out information, as well as mentioned earlier, they are hosting the next iCard next September. I mentioned a couple of conferences that are coming up. In Brazil through INAP, the first Latin American Congress on acid mine drainage is planned for November 24th and 25th in Belo Horizonte, Brazil. This will actually be now a 100% virtual event, and if interested, please visit their website. IMWA 2022 in New Zealand. The International Minewater Association had planned for New Zealand in 2020. Unfortunately, it was postponed to 2022 and now planned for between the 6th and 10th of November 2022. My contact details are here. Note that I do have an Australian email, but am located in Ottawa, Canada. So please never hesitate if I can be of assistance or if I can respond to any requests you may have on this presentation or anything that for INAP or for the Global Alliance. It would be a pleasure for me to help you for that. And with that, I'd like to say thank you so much for your attention and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of the virtual iCard conference. I'm Alexandra Hood, and I'm the Director of Closure and Reclamation for Agnico Eagle. Today, we're going to be focusing on mine closure from project developments and approvals. If you have any questions throughout this presentation, we'll be using the Whova Q&A, which is available to the right or the bottom of your video screen. The pre-recorded talk or site visit will be provided, and then the speaker and moderator will be able to go live and you can answer your questions. So our very first talk, we have Carly Whitman, who's the Director of Environment at Teck Resources Limited, and she's going to be speaking on social, environmental, and regulatory approval perspectives on closure. So this is going to start in about 5 minutes if you want to travel over to the schedule and enter the event.